Welcome to Storytime with Sonia Panda.
Peppa Pig Best Friends. Once upon a time, Peppa's best friend Susie Sheep came to play. I have something to show you, said Susie. Susie held up a photograph of a baby sheep. Look, it's me, said Susie. You are not a baby, Susie, said Peppa, shaking her head. This is an old photo, Susie explained. It was taken when I was a baby. Peppa snorted. She did not remember Susie being a baby. That was just silly. Susie pointed at Peppa. In the olden days, you were a baby too, she said. I don't remember being a baby, said Peppa. But you were, insisted Susie. Ask your mommy. Peppa and Susie raced inside. Mommy Pig was working on the computer. Mommy, cried Peppa, Susie is making up stories. No, I'm not, Susie said. Peppa told Mommy Pig about Susie's silly idea. I don't remember being a baby, Peppa insisted. But you were a baby, Peppa, said Mommy Pig. Mommy Pig pulled up a picture of a baby pig on the computer. Who do you think this is, Peppa? She asked. Peppa thought that the baby looked like her cousin, Baby Alexander. Is it Baby Alexander? She asked. No, replied Mommy Pig, that's you as a baby, Peppa. Peppa was surprised. She had been a baby. Hee hee hee. Peppa and Susie giggled. Baby Peppa looked very cute. George and Daddy Pig came in to see what all the fuss was about. Look, Daddy, said Peppa, that's me as a baby. I remember it, said Daddy Pig. That photo was taken on our first day in this house. What do you mean? Asked Peppa. Daddy Pig told Peppa, Susie and George that they had moved into their house when Peppa was very little. We brought all our things on the top of our car, he said. Mommy Pig put up some pictures, said Daddy Pig. Daddy Pig put up a shelf, said Mommy Pig. And Grandpa Pig made us a lovely flower garden. Peppa and Susie went outside. There was no flower garden at this house. Why don't we have a flower garden now? Peppa asked. We used to, but Daddy Pig looked after it, Mommy Pig sighed. Said Daddy Pig, embarrassed. We had the wrong kind of soil for the flowers. Was Susie my friend in the olden days? Asked Peppa. Daddy Pig nodded. Of course, he said. You and Susie have always been best friends. Peppa wondered what games she played with Susie when they were little. Did we jump up and down in muddy puddles? She asked. No, Mommy Pig laughed. You were babies. You could not even walk yet. What did we do when we were babies? Asked Susie. You cried, you burped, and you laughed, said Mommy Pig. Susie and Peppa giggled. It must have been so silly being babies. Hee 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 hee. Baby Peppa, baby Susie. Then you grew into toddlers, continued Mommy Pig, and you played together all the time. But where was George? Peppa asked. He was a baby in my tummy, said Mommy Pig. Peppa thought for a moment. Daddy Pig's tummy was even bigger than Mommy's. Is there a baby in there? She asked. No, Peppa, chuckled Daddy Pig. This tummy is pure muscle. Soon, George was born. Mommy Pig said Grandpa and Grandma Pig brought him a very special present. Can you guess what it was, Peppa? Peppa knew just what present it must have been. Mr. Dinosaur, she cried. Goo goo, grrr. Daddy Pig said that little Peppa and Susie liked to do everything together. They liked to jump, dance, and run around all over the place. Then one day, said Mommy Pig, you saw something amazing. A muddy puddle. You love jumping up and down in muddy puddles together, said Mommy Pig. Peppa, George, and Susie all ran outside. I still love muddy puddles, cried Peppa. Me too, cried Susie. Peppa, George, and Susie looked for the biggest muddy puddle they could find and jumped right in. Daddy Pig brought his camera. Let's take a photo of you, Susie and George now. Peppa, he said. Yes, exclaimed Peppa, because Susie and I were best friends in the olden days and we are still best friends now. Click! Little or big, Peppa and Susie will always be best friends and they will always love jumping up and down in muddy puddles. The end. Peppa Pig, George's new dinosaur. George's favorite toy is Mr. Dinosaur. George likes bouncing Mr. Dinosaur in the garden, playing him at bath time, and cuddling with him when he goes to sleep. At bedtime, Peppa says, George, I think Mr. Dinosaur is broken. George is very upset. Mommy and Daddy Pig came to see why George is crying. Poor George, says Daddy Pig. Maybe it's time you got a new dinosaur. The next day, Peppa, George, and Mommy Pig and Daddy Pig visits Mr. Fox's shop. I'm sure we will find a lovely dinosaur here, George, says Mommy Pig. Look, George, says Daddy Pig, pointing to shop window. There is a big one. Oh, dinosaur, says George. Good morning, says Mr. Fox. Can I help you? We like to buy the dinosaur in the window. Please, says Daddy Pig. Good choice, says Mr. Fox. This is Dino Roar. He walks, he talks, and he sings. Dino Roar, says George. We will take it, says Daddy Pig. George is playing with Dino Roar in the garden. Dino Roar sings, Dino Roar, Dino Roar. Listen to Dino Roar, roar. Careful, George, says Daddy Pig. Don't play too roughly because Dino Roar will break. George wants to play with Dino Roar in the bath. Splash, splash, splash. Dino Roar, says George. Mommy Pig says, George, if you get Dino Roar wet, he will stop working. Peppa and George are asleep in the bed, but suddenly Dino Roar comes to life. Listen to Dino Roar, roar. George says, Peppa, Dino Roar has woken me up. Maybe Dino Roar should sleep somewhere else, says Daddy Pig, taking Dino Roar away. George is feeling sad. He cannot play with Dino Roar in the garden or the bath or even in bed. Don't worry, George, says Mommy Pig brightly. Dino can still roar. Dino, listen to Dino roar. Dino, stop walking and talking completely. I think the batteries must have run out, says Mommy Pig. Already? How many are there? Grumbles Daddy Pig as battery pour out of Dino. Hundreds and thousands, cries Peppa. Suddenly Peppa spots something green under a bush. What's this? Says Peppa. Is it a trumpet? You have found Mr. Dinosaur's tail, says Mommy Pig. Now Daddy Pig can fix him. He might be a bit difficult to fix, says Daddy Pig doubtfully. But the tail slips perfectly into place. Ho ho ho, chuckles Daddy Pig. Hello, Mr. Dinosaur, says Peppa. Dinosaur, says George. George is so happy to have his favorite toy back. Click. The end. Peppa Pig, Peppa's first sleepover. Peppa is going to her very first sleepover at Zoe Zebra's house. Welcome to my sleepover, Zoe says. I will pick you up in the morning, Mommy Pig tells Peppa with a kiss. Have fun! Rebecca Rabbit, Susie Sheep and Emily Elephant are already there. I have my teddy, Peppa says. Zoe has her monkey. Rebecca has her carrot. Susie has her owl. And Emily has her frog. Mommy Zebra dims the lights in the living room. Don't stay up too late, girls, and don't be too loud. Daddy Zebra has to get up early to deliver the mails. Zoe baby twin sisters Zuzu and Zaza want to join the sleepover. Sleepovers are for big girls only, Zoe says. The twins begin to cry. Wah! They are so sweet and little, Peppa says. Can they stay? Rebecca asks. Okay, Zoe says to the twins, but you must promise not to fall asleep. What should we do first? Susie asks. I'm taking piano lessons. Listen, Zoe starts to pound on the keys. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Mommy Zebra has woken up. Shh, shh, you must be quiet so Daddy Zebra can sleep. Now into your sleeping bags, please. Snot, what do we do now? Peppa asks. At the sleepovers, there is always a midnight feast, Zoe says. It's when we eat things, Susie says in a hushed voice. In secret. Shh, Zoe whispers. She quietly leads the girls into the kitchen. As they walk, the floorboards creak. Oh no, the noise has woken up Mommy Zebra up again. Girls, you will make Daddy Zebra. Now, who knows a bedtime story? The girls take turns telling a story. Once upon a time, there was a little fairy, Susie begins, and she lived in the forest, Peppa continues, and the fairy met a big monster who went roar, and Emily makes a big elephant trumpet noise. Oh dear, the noise has woken Daddy Zebra. Sorry, Daddy Zoe says. There was a story about a fairy and a scary monster, and we want to know what happens next. Peppa says. Very well, Daddy Zebra says. The monster lifted up his great big hairy paws and walked along on his great big hairy feet and sang, "Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are." Daddy Zebra sings gently as he plays the piano. Soon his song has sent everyone to sleep. What a wonderful first sleepover this has been. Sweet dreams, Peppa. Big happy Diwali. One day at playgroup, Madam Gazelle tells the children about Diwali, the festival of lights. They all draw pictures, some draw fireworks, some draw lamps, all things that light up the night. The next day, Peppa and George wake up to sounds in the kitchen. Mommy and Daddy Pig are busy cooking. "We are going to celebrate Diwali," Mommy Pig says. Diwali is a holiday celebrated in India and around the world. Later on, Granny and Grandpa Pig arrive with presents and traditional clothes for everyone to wear. "Hello, Peppa. Hello, George," says Granny Pig. "Are you excited for Diwali?" All over the world, families are coming together. Grandpa Pig says, "This year we wanted to join in too." Then Auntie and Uncle Pig ring the doorbell. The whole family has come to stay. "Hello, Chloe," Peppa says. "Hello, baby Alexander." There are so many people in the house for the festival. "I hope we have enough food," Mommy Pig says. "I will peel some more potatoes just in case," Daddy Pig says. It's time for everyone to get changed into their special outfits from Granny and Grandpa Pig. Even baby Alexander is dressed for the festival. "Wow!" Peppa says. "Everybody looks so beautiful." "Now we are all ready," Mommy Pig says. "It's time to light the lights." They are called diyas. Peppa thinks they look like candles. "Is it someone's birthday?" she asks. Granny Pig chuckles. "No, Peppa, these are lamps. Diwali is a celebration of light. The diyas light up this night." Grandpa Pig says, "Diyas shine all around the house. Finally, it is time to eat. Everything looks delicious, especially the sweets." "What a feast," says Uncle Pig. "Would you like seconds?" Mommy Pig asks. Uncle Pig turns to ask Daddy Pig to pass him another potato, but Daddy Pig is not there. Where did he go? Peppa finds Daddy Pig waiting outside. "What are you doing, Daddy?" Peppa asks him. "It's dark out here." "Not for long," he says. Soon the sky lights up with fireworks. Pop, pop, pop. Everyone comes outside to watch together as a family. "Happy Diwali!" Daddy Pig cries. "Happy Diwali!" they all say back. Peppa loves Diwali. Everyone loves Diwali. The end. Please see the following page to learn more about the celebration of Diwali. Diwali. At least 1 billion people celebrate Diwali for 5 days every autumn. Diwali is a religious holiday celebrated by Hindus, Sikhs, Buddhists and Jains in India and around the world. Diwali is known as the Festival of Lights. Gathering with family is one of the Diwali's biggest tradition. Generations come together to play games, cook, and spend time with one another. Many families host a big feast, serving all their favorite recipes. But the most important Diwali foods are sweets. It's tradition to give treats to friends and family as gifts. Diwali is great excuse to dress up. Too, people often save their prettiest silks and finest jewelry to wear to the celebrations. On the third night of the festival, people celebrating Diwali place candles, lanterns, and special oil lamps called diyas all around their homes. Fireworks are another common way to celebrate. These lights represent the victory of light over darkness. Peppa's theatre trip. It's an exciting day at playgroup. Madam Gazelle is taking the children on a special trip to see a play at the theatre. All aboard, calls Miss Rabbit from the school bus. Yuppie! Cheers Peppa and her friends. They climb on the bus and fasten their seat belts. Wow! gasped Peppa. I wonder what play are we going to see? It's a surprise, Madam Gazelle replies, handing out the tickets. Look after this, and you will soon find out. Ooh! cry the children as they all hold on tightly to their tickets. The children walk up to grand entrance of the theatre. Tickets, please, says Miss Rabbit, checking each one. If you would like a program, you can line up over there. What's a program? Asked Peppa. It's a little book that tells you about the play, explains Madam Gazelle. When Miss Rabbit finishes checking tickets, she sets up her program stall. The children line up to receive a copy. Miss Rabbit hands Peppa a program. Look, says Peppa, flicking through it. There is a picture of my mommy and daddy, and mine and mine. Madam Gazelle leads the children into the theatre to find their seats. This is where the play will be performed, she says, pointing to the stage. Now we must all be quiet and wait for it to begin. Okay, whispers Peppa, putting her finger to her lips. Suddenly the lights go out, the curtain opens, and Miss Rabbit magically appears on stage. Welcome to our performance of a musical extravaganza, she announces. I would like to introduce you to our fine actors. Just then the stage lights come on to reveal my daddy and mommy, cheers Peppa. And mine, cheers the children excitedly. All their parents are in the play. The show is now about to start, says Miss Rabbit. The children watch the show. There is singing, dancing, and acting. Everyone has lots of different parts, and Daddy Pig plays the drums in nearly all the right places. Bang, crash, ba, tum. It's a great play. The stage curtains go down. Is that the end? Peppa asks. Oh no, Peppa, whispers Madam Gazelle. This is just the interval. It's a bit like snack time. The play stops for a few minutes and you can all buy an ice cream from Miss Rabbit's ice cream stand. Oh, gasp the children, lining up quickly. After the yummy ice creams, Peppa and her friends sit back down in their seats to watch the end of the play. Ta-da! Announces Daddy Pig proudly after one final well-timed bang on the drum. He takes a bow as the audience claps very loudly. Ho ho! Miss Rabbit invites the playgroup children onto the stage to meet the stars of the play. Mommy, Daddy, were amazing, cheers Peppa. Ho ho, laughs Daddy Pig. You enjoyed it then? Oh yes, says Peppa. Oh yes, says all Peppa's friends. Everyone loves going to the theatre. We love theatre. Oh yes, we do. The end.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the story. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to Storytime with Sonia Panda to listen to more stories with me. Take care, friends. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the story. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to Storytime with Sonia Panda to listen to more stories with me. Take care, friends.